Hello everyone. Well, I'm finally able to make this video. What you see before you here is a package sent to me by Mr. Raz or Harass. Great guy. We've been communicating back and forth through email, and this is going to kind of explain the picking slump and basically video slump that I've been going through lately. And for those of you that don't know about it or are not aware of it, in one of my videos where things were normal, basically, before the event happened, or this was a video that basically caused the event to happen, I was commenting, as I do about a lot of different things while I'm picking a lock or doing something with locks, and I happened to mention that the price of everything that we were going to get from China was going to go up because of the phrase I used was our El Insano, El Presidente, and that was it. That was the extent of my political comment for that particular video. Well, later on, I received an email from a long-term locksport member that's been what I consider, a friend, as the rest of you people that I comment back and forth to are like friends, but this one has gone out of the way to make comments and say my friend and stuff, So all of a sudden, I got an email saying, unsubscribe me from your list, like I was a spam email or something, and I didn't understand it, so I sent an email back to him, and I said, I don't understand, buddy, do you want me to unsubscribe from you? I mean, I don't mind somebody unsubscribing from me, but this person wanted me to unsubscribe from them, and that he responded back and said, yes, I believe that in Locksport, there is no place for religion, politics, something else, religion and politics, and sexuality or something like that. Well, I didn't have religion or sexuality in my video, so it had to be politics that threw him off, and the only thing political was that wasn't kind of a anti-Trump thing that was thrown in there, And that's true. If you don't want controversy, don't mention things like that, And my personal opinion is I don't care who you support or don't support or what your religion is or anything else like that, The main thing is the friendship. That's what I'm trying to get into in this, is the friendship. Now, like Facebook has an unfriend thing. YouTube has an unsubscribe thing. What I was being asked to do was like unfriend. Here's somebody that I had met, that I had conversed back and forth. We'd never had any bad issues or anything. And because of one little thing that pops up, all of a sudden we're no longer friends. And that kind of threw me off. Now, you should in no way think this applies to you, the viewer, or anything, because some people are just going to subscribe just, for whatever reason, and other people will subscribe and comment, and then the ones that subscribe and comment, act in a friendly manner and everything, become like friends. And my slump has been that whole incident turned me off from Locksport for, a while. I mean, I stopped watching videos. I stopped commenting. When I did, I wouldn't watch as many. I wouldn't comment as much. I'm still trying to recover from that. What I really liked about my first experience with Locksport was the community. Like Leon's Lockpad, man. That guy would comment on, he'd find new channels and he'd comment on them and encourage it on them. And that takes a lot of effort, and I tried to emulate him in his, but there's no way I could keep up. But I just started commenting on my own and generated, got a lot of friends from that, I mean, I do this. My whole motivation is not to give out things in expectation of getting something back, or not to get subscribers so I can get more money or anything like that. I just like locks, and I like picking locks. So, anyways, I'm sorry this is, 5 minutes and I haven't even opened this package up. But I want to say I really appreciate this package. It's bright and cheerful. This is like October Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and this is kind of a pinkish color. You can't really see it well. It's the first time I've ever received a package like this, and it really like brightened up my day. And normally I would just tear into one of those the very first day that I got it, but I let this thing sit here because I wanted to give it the proper response. I didn't want to just go, oh, here's a package, I'm not really into picking right now. I don't want to do that. Nobody wants to hear somebody, whine and complain, and I don't want this to come across as this. I wanted to show that there's some bad things that could happen, or unpleasant things that can happen, and then there's good things that can happen, and by far the good things far outweigh any of the bad things. If one of my subscribers happens to not like me and wants me to unsubscribe for whatever reason, maybe because I like a different color, I like color red and they like the color blue, whatever, I mean, like I said, it's not like a family member or anything like that, or somebody I've been friends with forever just drops me for no reason, So with that being said, let me get into this package and get to what everybody really wants to see. But I wanted to explain why I haven't been participating in locksport as much, or commenting and stuff like that. So let me just pull this out in case there's anything hidden in here that shouldn't be seen. Oh, very cool. Just pull these things out individually here. This looks like a challenge. This is the challenge. Now this one I will not open. I think this one is the one, well, maybe I should open it. He sent me an email explaining a lot about what to do on picking this particular lock here. Older. And this one is a master lock, lockout tag lock. I've never had one with a shackle this long. Uh-oh. Smedley fell over. Normally it's Nigel that falls over. Very cool. These are always very difficult locks to pick. And I just wish that Master Lock would use these particular cores in a stronger body and something other than just, safety. Because these are excellent cores, excellent locks to pick on. So thank you so much for that, Mr. Raz. And thank you also for really, sending me this for. I think this originally came from Paul Springett. And I'm going to go ahead and take this open. I don't know if I'm supposed to open this right now and pick it at the same time, but believe me, I'm not going to pick on this right now. I just want to show it. I'm sorry, I'm violating something here, but believe me, I'm not. All right, there it is. That's the thing. Man, I don't want to violate his any of his rules as far as like picking this challenge lock. And I might have done that because he said open it and pick it. And I just did a package opening and opened it, so. But I don't know. I could set up the device right now if y'all want to see me try my first attempt. I'm going to do that. I'm going to leave this running just in case. I don't need a vise or anything. I'm just going to get some picks and do an initial in-hand picking attempt of it. Sorry about that. I shouldn't have rambled on so much. I think, like I said, I didn't read his email again on this particular receiving this package, and the way it's taped up and everything leads me to believe that this is like a security type thing that, you know, you can tell if it's been tampered with. And, you know, if he wants my first impression on picking it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it in hand right now and see how far I get. I'm going to try bottom of the keyway. The core moves a lot. It says wiser on it. This may not count if I pick it open, because I've got to pick it and gut it. But I'm going to do my first initial attempt at picking on it right here, just to see what I feel. But really, this is my first, this has really got me back into wanting to pick, you know. I mean, because the package has been sitting there screaming at me for a few days, you know, open me, open me. I'm like, nah, not right now, you know. All right, there's definitely something going on in here. I see a serrated kind of pin on pin 1 here. Picking in hand and bottom of the keyway on a challenge lock is not normally my thing, but like I said, I think I got a slight turn on the core just by touching pin 1, so we're going to go a little further. I apologize for the length of the video, but like I said, I wanted to explain what had been going on with me and why. And I think I overset that guy. I was getting some resistance from, like, alright, I got my false set back. I was getting resistance from pin 1. I mean, pin 4 or 5. It's really hanging down low back there, and it's the only one that feels solid. Yes, give me some counter. I might be pushing up on the warding, though. You got to make sure you're on the... Oh, man. Did you hear that? I think that was a set. I got a little bit more turn on the core by hitting the middle. See, this is what I like. This is fun. This is challenging. It's interesting. It's not something that you're going to find every day. And that's what I like about challenge locks is your experience is going to be different than anything you've ever tried before. Because the person that made the challenge lock has picked locks before, usually, and they know what to throw in there to throw you off. All right, there's a pin back there in the middle that's really hard to, I think, overset number 2 there. I'm gonna try 1 again. No, 1 feels all right. I'm just using a 18 thousandths Peterson gem. All right, way back there in the back is a pin I have to push up on. Sorry. Now that was an overset. I just felt it. Sorry, I can't tell you exactly what pin I'm on. I'm just trying to go through this as best I can. That was pin 3 that gave me a counter rotation and then a click. But yeah, I haven't I haven't been watching as many lockpicking videos, and I kind of feel, you know, felt bad about it, but I don't want to. I just didn't feel like I had to take a step back, basically, you know, take some time off and think about, evaluate everything. And it reminds me of when a company I was working for did peer review evaluations for promotions, and it's kind of a a chicken shit way of management making coworkers turn on each other and doing their job for them. I mean, management's the one that should be deciding the raises and stuff, you know, if you're non-union or whatever. And anyways, people started making little comments. They allowed this to be anonymous, and people would start making comments. And I had one guy, he was Vietnamese that worked with me, and he would always focus on the negative comment. Everybody else would comment something good, and he would always go to that one negative comment and just be pissed off, you know, and start thinking who did it. It was probably JJ that did that, you know. And he would go off on everything. And I said, look, man, look at everybody said they like this and like that and like that. And he would still be mad, you know. So it's all how you take things. All right, so I had a difference of opinion with one person, and they took it to the level where they didn't even want to speak with me, and they wanted me to unfriend them. You know what? From now on, if somebody wants to do that, just block me. You know, I'm not going to do something that I don't want to do. You know, which is if I don't want to watch your videos, I won't watch them. But you can't make me not watch your videos. You know, if you don't like me and you don't want me watching your videos, you ain't going to be able to stop me if I want to. But the simple fact that you don't want me watching them, I respect, you know. I mean, if that's what you want. I haven't watched any of his videos since he did that, you know. Normally I would, which is another thing that was just like something that had changed for me that I never had done in locksport. You know, if I don't like somebody's opinion or the way they do something, I'm not going to unfriend them or go out of the way like that. But anyways, that's just a difference. All right, I cannot get this guy. I'm going to release it. I had like 3 or 4 of them set. I'm going to keep on trying. It's only like 17 minutes. This is going to be a long video, but I just wanted to give my initial pick attempt on this thing. And it's not easy. There's a lot of tricks in here. And it's going to be a lot of fun to mess around with. I've got another challenge lock that I can't get anywhere with, and that's an Albert LaBelle challenge lock, and that kind of soured me a little bit, you know, which Albert, he does a really good job of putting together locks. Not that Mr. Raz here hasn't done a good job, it's just that some of Albert's locks are known to be difficult, and not everybody can get into them. And this one is really kicking my butt and won't give me any feedback or very little turn on the core. With this lock right here, I'm at least getting some counter rotation on pins, and I feel like I'm making some progress, you know. With Albert's lock, I have no idea how much progress I've made until I release tension and see how far the core moves. Maybe I've been 1 pin away from it. I might have only set 1 pin on that thing. And yeah, usually when I run into something like that, I set it aside and come back to it and stuff. But I'm just going to have to declare a whip buy pretty soon and get over it. The thing is, I don't want to declare whip buy because it's challenging enough that I want to be able to overcome it, you know, without looking at what's inside of it or declaring defeat, you know. I want to beat that lock, but I haven't been able to. And it's not an ego thing. Like, I know I'm not going to be able to get into every lock. It's just that it was, at the time, it was my only challenge lock I had left that I haven't been able to pick. And I don't know. There's some days when you can't even pick your nose, so everybody runs into the picking slump. All right, I have to say you've done an excellent job here, Mr. Raz. This lock is not an easy one to open. It's not going to open for me on my first attempt. I'll try it again in a vise, but you've done a great job on older there. Mr. Raz. And thank you so much for your friendship, man. I mean, everyone really that I consider my friends in Locksport, even just leaving comments and stuff like that. It really helps. I really appreciate it, and it brightens up my day most of the time, you know. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for being a subscriber. And stuff fell out. I don't know if these are instructions. No, that was just notes that I had from Amazon packing. So, thanks for watching, everyone. Happy picking. Don't let things get you down. Basically, is my thought on it. You know, I mean, look at all this. I've got that is some mummified of a key right there, man. I really like that. He's got a piece of wire going over the top of the key, and then it feels like some more piece of metal. There's no way you're going to be able to feel the bitting or anything on that. This is cool. I really like the way he did that. So, thanks for watching, everyone, and happy picking.